Sydney is 13, soon to be 14. She had never really been given options for a prosthesis. She generally would go in and just get a prosthesis. Is that correct? When I talked with her mom, there wasn't really a discussion of these are the different types of prosthesis we can make. So what I want for you guys to be is advocates for yourself. So I would say when you go in, ask what kind of options you can have rather than just getting a prosthesis. Because especially if you're paying with it for insurance, these are like the expense of a car. So you wouldn't just go to the car lot and say, hey, give me whichever one you think is best for me. You would probably ask to test drive a couple of SUVs and make sure the car seat fit, make sure you can get behind the driver's seat, all those kind of things. So it's a similar metaphor for this because it's very expensive. So since she had never been given options, we just talked through the options of different things. And she has a lot of rounds of athlete's foot with her leg because she, what do you do? What all do you do? Cross country? What else?
Right, cross country, softball,
Okay, so I don't know if you talk to them. Say that again.
cross country, track, softball, volleyball, soccer.
So sometimes she's doing two things at the same time. She's going to be running in the morning, then going to practice after school, as well as wearing her leg all day. So this is a byproduct of that. My summary on that is you have three ways to get rid of waste in your body. You can pee, poop, or you can sweat. So sweat is just urine inside your leg all day. So it's going to cause bacterial and fungal problems. So she had a pretty bad case of this when she got here, and in a couple of days in P-Light without the gel liner, it's just about gone, and that probably will not occur again. So giving her options of suspension. So a very good option for her is something where she doesn't have a gel liner. There's multiple reasons. The gel liner is sweaty, it's hot, and they're also about $600 or $700 each, and they have to be replaced every 6 months. So that can become a very expensive item over the life of somebody wearing a prosthesis, and eventually when she has a family and she's living in her own home and these kind of things, she wouldn't want to have an additional expense if she didn't have to. So that will be replaced with a life cycle of every 6 months. This will probably be replaced once every 3 to 5 years, maybe. These are usually good for a long time. So this has been a good option for her. There's a few of the things I wanted to document that she's been doing is you've been able to go up and down steps for the first time without having any pain. Is that correct? What are some other first things you've been able to do? You tell them.
I've been able to run faster, go up and down steps, can hop on one, like on my right leg instead of just my left leg, and yeah.
I think the biggest thing, correct me if I'm wrong here, but usually Sydney had to stop running because she was in pain. And you no longer have to stop running because you're in pain.
Yeah, I just stopped running when I'm tired.
Right, and that's what you want. You want to stop running when you're tired. So that's what we're shooting for. So some people will advocate that a gel liner is more comfortable because it gives you gel and cushion. Well, the reality of it is it's just a lot easier to make for me. Whereas this is customized and casted directly over her skin. When I roll a gel liner on, she just walks on this pin all day. And there's a lot of pressure from that pin pulling on the leg all day. That will lead to a lot of other problems, but keeping something tightly wrapped around her leg will lead to a lot of advanced muscle atrophy, because if I were to take an ACE-wrap and wrap it around my arm 12 hours a day for 5 years, my arm would get very small from constricting blood flow and muscle function. The same thing happens with a gel liner. So she will have some hypertrophy in this leg or growth of her muscles when she continues to wear this system. A couple of other key things is this weighed 5.8 pounds and this weighs 2.4 pounds. So I think she likes a lighter leg.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, that's pretty easy. The other thing is you can see this is much more involved up around her knee, would come up very high and would basically destroy all the pants she had and was really unnecessary. Over bracing is just as bad as under bracing. So if you continue to brace something, it can't grow and stabilize and get stronger. So by removing this, and she doesn't really need it, her knee will get a lot stronger as well. So I think those are pretty obvious differences with this. So those were some of the things that I wanted to talk about that she'll be able to get rid of. To summarize, she can go up and down steps with no pain. She can run now without any pain. Just stops if she gets tired. She doesn't have to have holes in her pants and clothes. This is a lot slimmer than this in general, a lot less weight, and she will no longer have chronic fungal infections from the gel liners. Any questions, call Joshua.